Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope this is streaming. I'm going to put the music. Just need to get a few things done. Hello, Sandy. Nice to see you. And then we are going to start. So here is the music. Wow, that was perfect. I just got back in my chair. Good morning, everybody. Let me open the internet and see. Oh my gosh, look at this. Hello, hello. Hi, guys. How are you doing? Hi, Temperance Rising. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Sally. Hi, Subramanian from India. Karina. Wow, Texas in the house. Yay, Taurus. There's double Cappy. Look at that. We have the earth signs. I love it. Crystal, good morning, Crystal. There you go. Safi is here. Are you going to say something, Saf? Good morning. There you go. The flooding. What's the flooding? What flooding? Am I missing something? Oh, you mean the coffee flooding? Thanks, Lars. Nice to see you, Faroe Island, right? Oh my gosh, this is so nice to hear. So, coffee is here. This is my second cup. How is your morning, guys, so far? I have to tell you, somebody was really thinking quite a bit about me. Meaning, I woke up and it was international transaction. So somebody was charging my credit card in a kind of like $390 amounts until, they didn't reach the maximum. So luckily it's not gonna happen. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Tori. Hi, Sarah. So Scorpio season, guys. It's going to be fun. And it's Halloween in a few days. And oh my gosh, I hope you're going to wear something. I have a Venetian mask. I'm going to send you pictures. And Safi also has her own outfit. And Matrix has a bumblebee outfit, which he hates. So I don't know if I'm going to do that. So we are today starting with water signs because we are entering their domain. And decks today would be a newbie, Tarot de la Nuit, Tarot of the Night by Alexandra Bach and Carol Ann Ashkenazi, and Everyday Witch, Halloween special. So it's a very lovely deck. I'm not so sure how it's going to come across on screen because it's very dark. There is one extra card, angel card, which I was wondering if I should leave it in or not. I'm deciding to leave it in, and if it turns out for anybody, we are just going to say you have power to change, because I kind of like really spend lots of time thinking how to deal with. Yay, Temperance rising, there you go. We are not only going water first, and then it's going to be Scorpio. I'm wondering if I need anything else. How about my little Gypsy Lenormand deck? Not Gypsy deck, but Gypsy Lenormand. And if we need to clarify anything, it's going to be here. I really wanted to do monthlies last week, and I was just like too tired. I think I'm putting too much on my plate with all of these kind of like categories that I have. So I have to figure out possibly new process in 2019. After all, it's like year number 3. It's very creative, guys. I advise you order your annuals. Pre-order is right now nothing. You get for $39.99 all the signs. So Lati said that she's not going to be here today. She has some personal issues. So Temperance rising, can I put you in charge today? And let me see, Barbie, who actually from here didn't actually choose the winner. Sandy, are you still here? Sandy, she kind of comes in and out. Let me see, I don't think she was yet getting somebody getting a winner. If not, last call, Sandy, are you there? I know like I'm getting a little bit of delay on my end, so I just like want to see. There you go, Sandy, you will be the one giving a 15-minute reading. So what they need to do is they have to fill the form. So this is what you're in charge. Form is at cattarot.ca. Everything is /request below. And you have to get their email right here, so we know it's a real person, right? And the rules, you cannot give it to your friends because that wouldn't be fair. And yeah, just like try to pick up people's energy and go from there. Okay, so let's go, guys, let's go. And Dean is not here either, so what's happening with my regulars? They're not sharing coffee with me. Hopefully they're going to show up. So let's start. It's going to be water. So which one do I want to go with first? Let's go with this one first, and this one clarifier for sun. Thanks, Sandy. Okay, water. Temperance rising here temporarily, visiting family this week. Wow, nice. Okay, good morning, everybody. Water. We are starting water. Hello from East Coast Canada. Nice to see Canadians. And look at this. We are having more and more guys. I love to see that. It's good to have kind of like masculine and feminine energy. So, John, what is your sign? Hello, real Sagittarians. How are you, sweetie? Didn't see you in a while. How's everything going? Okay. Water. Ooh. Water. I guess you're getting 6 of Wands. That's good. You're going to feel, hey, it's my birthday. I am a birthday girl, birthday boy. And then you have another 6 of Cups. 2 sixes. That's a very soulmatey kind of like a feel. But 9 of Swords. Kind of like you're getting something that you kind of like wanted, and then, oh my god, do I really want it? 9 of Swords is like that anxiety going on about that, and the Tower to boot. So it's not going to kind of like be smooth sailing over here from what I see. 5 of Pentacles, and then 3 of Pentacles. What's going on here? 2 of Wands and the Hangman. Okay, water. This is really, really complex, and these weekly readings are not supposed to be as kind of like deep, but I'll have to go deep, especially because it is kind of like water season, Scorpio's birthday. Guys, the week for you, we are talking about October 27 to November 2nd. So hence, happy birthdays to all of you who are celebrating, and belated birthday to other Scorpios and Libras who celebrated last week. Now, I see sort of like a great weekend, and some kind of like possibly even shocking developments, something happening that you didn't count on, and it's going to left you feeling all kind of like displaced, all kind of like wondering kind of like what is going on. But you're going to rebuild. It looks like some kind of sacrifices will need to be made. You have the Hangman, you have the Two of Wands. Look at him. He is realizing that he needs to build his own world. This, what he's holding, is what kind of world I want. Where do I want to go? You know, I wish that more time we are trained to like think like that, but we are really not. This worries me, like being left out in a cold, or leaving somebody in a cold. So heights and lows, but then again, it's water, right? You have like those tidal waves that are going up and down, and it's kind of going to be one of those weeks. It's going to start with a big happiness, big bang celebration. You kind of like being kind of like hot stuff. But then I said it's going to be a period of worry. And of course, you know, you water guys, you're always finding the way. Nothing really is a barrier for water, right? And then you'll be able to actually start to kind of like focus. The key over here is a teamwork. The key over here is to focus on basically goals where you really want to go. Some sacrifices will need to be made. So this is really going to be interesting over here. So don't know what's going on. John found out hard way water and earth made mud. Well, water and earth, that's interesting. Michelle Weston, nice to see you here. And Hermit Tarot. My gosh, I have like all this kind of like lovely people here. Okay, so let's start with Scorpio. Happy birthday, Scorpio. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Scorpio. What is going to be with Scorpio this week? Barbie, I would not dare to sit in that thing. I should probably post it on my Facebook, but I'm really cautious after I had this stalker to do any of the private stuff. I mean, she was like taking those photographs and putting blood on it and stuff, so I really don't want it. But yeah, he's enjoying it, weirdly. At least it's a tricycle, it's not bicycle, so you know, I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable with that. So Scorpio, happy birthday, Scorpio. We have Queen of Wands. Of course, you're not Queen of Cups here, Scorpio, and this one's going to come out. So we have Queen of Wands. Thank you, Royal Sag. Oh, that's so sweet. Phoenix, Arizona. The High Priestess and the Chariot. Wow. Water, water, and fire. And guess what is water and fire? Hot lava and steam, right? So this is really interesting. Queen of Wands is a dating queen. It's somebody that I absolutely see somebody feeling in their power, right? But you are going to be reading your environment. Look at all this kind of like moon stuff over here. Watching somebody's action. Like that's totally that deep that we usually get from Scorpio. And I hope you like these cards. I hope you see them on camera because they're dark, but they are really lovely. So the High Priestess is really that psychic ability that you guys have. High Priestess is like, isn't she looking like Game of Thrones chick over here? She kind of like understands people, but you know, it's one of those things. Here's the rope, hang yourself, kind of like a thing. It's kind of you're just observing people and getting your basically assessment of it in order for you to guys move forward. Look at the Chariot. Chariot is like, I am strong, I can do it. This really tells me that you probably Scorpios did not feel right for quite a while. And that's why I see this Tower, which is very Scorpio and Scorpio Aries card. It could be some kind of like clash. It could be a disagreement, but something that has to be done. Something, maybe you're building something, or you were building something that was not on the proper ground. And it is kind of like really, really time to kind of like undo things. You're guys so totally moving forward in some kind of direction. It is going to be absolutely lovely over here. I love Chariot. Chariot is a really difficult, it kind of does belong to Cancer. And I don't know, maybe you're dealing with a fire sign, maybe you're dealing with Cancer, but there is like definitely, and we just like finished full moon phase, so this is really not it. So Chariot is really difficult to understand, but Chariot really means, you know, one of those things, especially when you kind of like have a difficulty making a decision, and then all of a sudden like you feel strong and you have that phoenix energy, that resurrection energy that is kind of like really, really typical for you. So I totally see that. And usually we kind of like come in our power during our birthdays. So Scorpio, all the stuff that will be happening, they're happening for a reason for you, because it looks like karma is taking you in a direction where you need to go, not where you want to go. So just like go with the flow. And let me see, angel card over here. Angel card, vision. That's right. Chariot is the one who has vision, right? Chariot is always the one who is fighting any kind of like let's say evils, right? Chariot is the one who goes, and what happened to my sidebar? Did my sidebar just disappeared? Weird. Chariot is somebody who's saying, no, you're not going to win. You know, like the drug addict always goes to drug, and we can be strong all we want, but that's the addiction kind of like thing, right? Because it says here, soul, sight, future in the card. So you totally are saying, you know what, I am going to be a better person. I know where I'm going. I know who I'm going that with. And it could be simple that this Queen of Wands is like somebody who is appearing in your life. It could be a new person. It could be somebody that you are studying, and you're kind of like being very, very cautious about how to do it. Good morning, Bridget. How is everything? Okay, so let's go with Cancer, since we saw Chariot over here. What's going to be for Cancer? Cancer. And by the way, this reading that I'm giving is just like you have to tell me category. Love, career, home, family. I'm going to do it this way. Cancer. Look at this. You're getting the Tower again. So very much like the general kind of thing. You have 10 of Cups. So there is like this feeling of comfort. So you're lulling yourself in some kind of like sense of comfort, because look at this here. Look at the Tower showing up. Things are burning everywhere, right? And then the Strength reversed. For you guys, it might be destabilizing time. It might be because you lull yourself into something that has been going on very well, and it's just normal, right? It's ebb and flow in life. We kind of like have a phase when everything is going well, and then you wake up one morning and everything is off, like me today, like right, my credit card is kind of like in jeopardy, and that kind of like stuff. Look at this, like with 2 major arcana, just like Scorpios, it's going to be a very, very strong week. The Strength card, be careful of the arguments, be careful of disagreements, because something will happen that is going to cause reaction in you, and it might be a very negative reaction. So be very careful in how you kind of like approach people, because remember, the Hangman over here is saying that there is like really a need to kind of sacrifice. This is willing sacrifice. This is like saying, okay, fine, let's do it your way, when you don't even think about it. You know, like I do it to my dad. Okay, you want to make a whole bunch of little kind of like holes in the wall to hang one picture instead of like spending like that 1 minute to measure it. You'll have to fill them, you'll have to paint them. Let's do it your way. So sacrifice is like really going against your instincts and kind of like doing it for the other person. So let's kind of like see it. And I don't know, like set the camera better, and let's go Pisces. Pisces, something flicked. We have 3 of Cups. Yay! Pisces, something else. We have 9 of Pentacles and Pisces. And I think this one wants to come out. Knight of Pentacles. Pisces, what a lovely week you will have. You'll have the least turbulence. Look at this 9 of Pentacles. Isn't this lovely? So usually people dread this card. Oh my gosh, I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to be single. Well, look at this. Does she look like somebody who is lonely, single, worried? So what are we dealing here? 3 of Cups is always about you creating magic and people wanting to be around you, people appreciating your gentleness, your, look at this, like she's attracting rabbits and cats, and what a lovely outfit over here. So anyway, I really want to participate in the scene. Wouldn't you like to be invited? So you guys are going to be kind of like sending off those vibes, right? You will be kind of like, it's kind of like weird. Was it Macho Grax? Who am I pronouncing Macho Grax? Well, I'm not pronouncing this well. You know who I'm talking about. That he said, I don't want to be a member of any club that wants me as a member. And here's the opposite, right? You guys want to be a member of my club, you have to really, really deserve me because I'm doing really well. I'm kind of like having such a great fun. So it's almost like people will be magnetically attracted to you. And Knight of Pentacles, and I don't know why they're showing that card with the sky over here, because Knight of Pentacles is like also that friendly. These 2 cards are like the utmost friendly cards in a deck. And look at this, I didn't do angel cards. None of my mods gave me crap about that. So let me just like check this one, backtrack for Cancer. You're getting honesty. Well, honesty sometimes hurts, and it could be some kind of confession that can actually kick you out of balance and make you wonder. I'm wondering what's going to be. And let me see Pisces over here. Thanks, Crystal. I actually love this deck too. It's very different. It's kind of, whoa, look at this. Did I not say? You guys are just going to give this amazing vibes. You're getting love, love, love. Love is in the air. Pisces with a lovely energy. My best friend is Pisces. So I think I'll be calling and rubbing off that energy. It's kind of like your water, you're kind of like really designed for emotional love versus like each element has a kind of like different feel. But look, also you have Pentacles. You'll be very pragmatic about that. Like, so for example, if somebody comes to you and they're sad, and you will just hug them. That's that kind of earthy expression of love. It's not like intellectualizing like we air signs do it. Oh, don't worry, how would you feel this and this, right? And sometimes I go too much this way. I have to kind of like do that. But some people who gave me, and sorry for use this word shit, last week, oh, your stuff, you're so organized, you know, this is so good. It's almost as if you're not doing your job properly is a bad thing. You're almost becoming Virgo. Well, you know, fact check, guys. Fun fact, I have lots of Virgo in my chart. I like to be organized. You would not believe it. And I'm not the easiest person to live with because I like my place neat. So, love for water is love that is kind, love that is giving, love where we really want that hug, where we kind of like don't really need people to give us answers. Guys, you know how we always get upset with you when we kind of like talk about something that bothers us, and then you try to resolve the problem for us instead of just listening to us. So that's kind of like water's ability. Hey, I really hear you. No, I do hear you, kind of a thing. Good morning, Dion. Good morning. So let's shuffle this and voting. Which element, guys, is going to be next? Which element will be next? Which element will be next? I am letting you decide. I'm letting you decide. Well, I have a sip of coffee. Let me see. Look at all these people. How are you, Bridget? Didn't hear you in a while. Bridget is also one of my graduates. I had like 2 levels of my cat tarot school. It was like 42, I think, in total people. And how many graduated? How many graduated? I think 4. Only 4. Look at this. Air, 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 earth, and fire. So I guess air wins. Air wins. And air. What's going on with air? Air. Look at Michelle Weston. I love the little Taurus icon. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Air, air, air. Not the cat. Fire. Love the nickname. Air, 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 air. John Teller, you'll have to be a little bit more patient. Air has like, and you see like here you can pick up on the elements, and that's why I always say kind of like let's vote, so you can guys get a sense of who is going really really fast. But like, you know, fast also means you get tired and quickly. So air, let's see what's going on with air. We have 2 of Wands, we have Wheel of Fortune, and we have Ace of Cups. And I really think I need to stop here, not to spoil it again. 2 of Wands is like the same thing that water had. It's that ability about putting fire up or behind and kind of like doing things that we maybe wanted to do. I don't know, air, did you guys feel lethargic? You kind of like really couldn't motivate yourself, or you wanted to motivate yourself, you were motivated, but somehow things were getting in the way? Because usually this card goes like, come on, like you have to put things down. Maybe you have to give yourself assignment. Today I'm doing A, B, C, D, right? And I'm going to accomplish this for sure. Wheel of Fortune, lovely, lovely, lovely. Karma card. Wheel of Fortune means big changes are coming, and both for the kitty and for us. So look at this. She has all the segments, like in the house, in the money, in health, in our hopes, in what we want, in commitments, in education, and in love. So kind of like whole bunch of things at the same time. It's kind of like a lots of things that are basically will be happening over here. With Wheel of Fortune, what most people don't understand, especially we have Ace of Cups here. So look at this, 2, 12, 13. 13 card in tarot is the Death card, and the Death card really talks about renewal. Something has to stop, something else has to start kind of like cooking. Look at her in Ace of Cups. She has like this big cup, and she's going to pour this water over something that appears to be dead, and it's going to grow. And it is about kind of like putting this new seed in kind of a stage, but this is still in a very early stages, but it's definitely leaving something behind. When Wheel of Fortune appears, it always tells me that something is going to be changed, and we have that ability to change it a lot and not to repeat that karmic kind of like cycle, or well, you know, maybe going for the second round we are going to do that differently. That's kind of a thing. So let me just check this Ace of Cups. What comes with this Ace of Cups? Because it's an ace, it's a seed of something emotional. Ace of Cups. Did you guys, Pisces, experience some kind of like misfortune? Because I don't see that happening in the future. I just like see that maybe there was like hesitation about moving forward. There was and that's kind of like a switch is hard for you. Maybe you kind of like got scared of moving forward with new people. They certainly can talk about somebody, you know, winking at you, asking you out, open yourself to new opportunities. But also at the same time, you need to learn how to trust yourself, because if we are scared, right, then things do happen. We manifest things. So this is also a very lucky card, which kind of tells you, you guys might get lucky, you know. Just because one apple was rotten in the whole bag, you need to remove that apple. The rest could be okay, right? So let's see who will be here first. Let's start with Gemini. Gemini, 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 Gemini for October 27 to November 2nd. And my second best friend is a Scorpio. So look at me and my water signs. And of course, my brother is my best friend as well, and he's fire. Gemini, what do we have for you guys? Oh my gosh, this is kind of like your tangent. Temperance and Six of Wands. And this is like lovely energy. Gemini, oh my gosh, I also want this energy. This is unbelievable. This is really talking that you, and of course, you are the sign that is shown with basically two faces, right? So there's always about choices. Gemini is about choices. In tarot, you are shown with a card called Lovers. And Temperance is like that other side of you, is the same tangent, like that's your opposite sign. And she is shown with the two buckets. Well, two buckets here are talking about something else. Actually, in this deck, she's shown with one bucket. Oopsie creator. I forgot the second one, which is really important in tarot. But I guess they're doing it this way, saying that anything can be done, because these two buckets, or is this the second one? No, it isn't. These two buckets talk about those differences between good and bad, right? Hot and cold, and this angel is able to kind of like push things together. In this case, we see this like water is creating a lotus, which is like that huge hope, which is like that huge sense of, hey, I am moving ahead, I am moving forward, and it's kind of like a really lovely energy, guys. Temperance also means, excuse me, I have to blow my nose. Temperance also means there is like something that's finally right time in the right place. Maybe you had an eye on someone and you didn't know if this person likes you. This one also wants to talk. Wow. Justice. And you didn't approach the person, or you didn't open yourself up, or you have been very cautious about it due to the past experiences, and now you're going, off I go, I'm sexy, I'm fine, and things are going to happen. And also you're getting the Justice card, which is a karma card. So now you have like two karma cards, guys. Gemini, big changes coming. Things are falling in balance. Now karma is like coming into play. You have worked hard, you were wondering, why is this happening to me? Now the answers are there because you were on the wrong path. Now we shifted you, you have grown, you're moving in a new direction. This is kind of like very lovely synthesis. Yes. Hi, Matrix. Hey, wanna come and visit? Mr. Superstar? It's his birthday tomorrow. Well, I don't know really when he was born. I think he's Taurus. Right? There you go. Come on. Yes, you're a pretty boy. See, he's starting to visit ever since I'm encouraging him, right? So Gemini, synthesis. You are able to understand what you need. You're able to understand what you don't need, which is more important, and where you really want to go. Very, very important. Libra, any Libras in the house? So Gemini, black, yeah, Gemini. I guess you're going to be dressed like a kitty for Halloween. Libra, this one wants to come out the High Priestess. Yes, Libra is getting very sensual. Libra is getting very intuitive. It's very interesting. Libra, 10 of Pentacles. Libra. There is Karma card, and you are getting the Star. Wow, what's going on with air signs? It's a big shift, really big shift. I generally didn't expect this during Scorpio transition, but voila, here we go. The High Priestess is about that secret knowledge. It's about hesitation of letting people in your world, right? Being very protective of who you are and what you have, right? Knowing on your past experiences what worked, what didn't work. Also, you are studying people. You are not judging. You are, even though you will be judging later, kind of like letting them kind of like prove themselves to you, right? And this could be really referring to your work environment. This could be also referring to your family. When 10 of Pentacles shows up, it's kind of like this multifaceted kind of like meaning in this card, which she kind of like shows lots of things on her mind. This can talk about family and children and inheritances and money and where do we want to live. So the answers over here are, look at that, you're getting like these three majors. And Judgment card is like very scorpionic. This is also water. So there is like some kind of like emotional connection with the family. And I really think that maybe you felt either disconnected or withdrawn or maybe even judged. Almost looks like, you know how we air signs, we get very impatient and then we just like kind of like keep stomping our little feet and we are getting on everybody else's nerves and then we get aloof. So I'm seeing everything from aloofness to, hey, you know, embrace. You guys, there's like something inside that needs to be healed, because look at here in the Judgment card. What a lovely card this is. It's kind of like the entering world, and we see this like almost like wasteland if you really wish, but there is kind of like this light and people are entering, and there is like this, I would say, a gatekeeper, but there is the light at the end. You just like still have to walk through that, what they call a tunnel, and then the light here is as well. So Libra, could be a few things, that maybe you like somebody and that somebody thought, you know, she or he would never go for me. And you know, like almost like when maybe a person is out of your league, but they don't know that maybe you have a background, that they're really pushing your buttons, or discover somebody's really loveliness over time. And or maybe you feel somebody's like really hard to kind of like get there, and being kind of like very cautious about that. But like it's the time. It's the time, because you're clearing your karmic debts. Judgment is like a lovely card. Also, if you are with someone and there are, let's say, issues, which I see that it was a turbulence, then, you know, it is time to put everything on the table and say, you know, we are going through Scorpio thing. It's kind of like a vulnerable, it's very difficult for air sign to be vulnerable, right? So if something happens to a person, let's say dramatic example, somebody breaks into your house and steal a whole bunch of stuff. It's a very violating thing. It happened to me a long time ago. So I don't know if you guys can kind of like even imagine, you come home and all of a sudden it's not your home. It's just like somebody was tearing that apart. So water sign would go, oh my God, I feel horrible, right? And you know, you would actually ask other people to hug you and ask that kind of like emotional support. No, air sign would be, I need to be strong. What do I need to do right now? And even though it would feel horrible, it's kind of like first go to expression, and everybody will go, oh, you're so cold and this, and how do you not feel that? But the truth is, it's just like so shocking, and when shocking thing happens, we kind of like block ourselves off. So now it's telling you, look, you need to kind of like open yourself up, right? And expectancy. And I really don't know if this is talking, it could mean, because the family card here is clearly, oh my gosh, anybody here, guys, is of that age that you want to have children? The High Priestess, yes, if you guys want to get pregnant, or if you're pregnant and you're wondering what it is, it looks like it's going to be a girl. This expectancy, however, can mean different things. It can also mean, and I can see that with the star, it's like this, again, opening ourselves to new possibilities and new hopes, and kind of like feeling comfortable in our own world. So very good, Libra. So let's see us Aquarians. We have lots of Aquarians over here. Let me have a sip of coffee, guys. In the description, pre-order your annual. Hey, hello, annual Taroscope. You want your Taroscope? No? Is it good? What? Yes, she doesn't know how to answer because I didn't start it yet. So see, she's being very, very honest, right? Ah, great. I love coffee. I totally got used to that Folgers coffee. So I have 5 planets in Libra, Sun and Venus in Virgo, Jupiter in Pisces. That's a very good Hermit Tarot combination. You have balance. I don't have water though. Well, mind you, I'm cusp, sort of a cusp. They call it cusp of sensitivity, so very unusual for Aquarian. I can cry easily. Hello. So now you know something about me. See a sad movie, or I see one of those videos about cats and animals being abused. My pipes are turned on immediately. I just cannot take pain given to the other people. I can, however, when it comes to personal, yeah, I'm kind of like strong. I'm kind of like, what's wrong with you? So yes, Sandy, there you go. So Sandy, I every 2 weeks assign which moderator is going to get free reading. So it's going to be you. You're going to be both. You're going to be giving this, but you're also going to be receiving. And you also have to fill the form cattarot.ca/request. Just to let you know, it's a really quick question. Also decide love, money, or something. So I can just do a quick, what do you call it? Celtic cross. So Aquarians. There you go, Barbie. You see? Wow, the Hierophant. What's going on? And there you go. This is the friendly. Anything else flicked? Let's get one more for Aquarius. Ugh, 7 of Swords. Believe it or not, 7 of Swords is actually Aquarius in tarot. I think Moon in Aquarius though. So the Hierophant, 3 of Cups, and 7 of Swords. But look at here, 7 of Swords. She actually doesn't have swords. She is just like running away from somebody. It's really, and there is a moon. There is a moonlight over here. Honestly, I'm getting completely different intuitive feeling from this card than I usually get from 7 of Swords. And I don't know if you guys can see it. As she's going down, she is actually dropping roses, red roses over here. 2 of them could be lovers. 2 of them could be kind of like some kind of like clandestine affair, and that's more or less how it looks to me. And it was the person maybe who was caught in that affair that's saying I'm free. But when we open arms like that, isn't that huge sense of freedom that we usually have? So the Hierophant is telling me, so I don't know if there are issues at work, because the Hierophant to me always talks about these big structures. It could be work, right? When you have to follow somebody else's rules. It could be a religion, of course. That's why it's always kind of like do kind of like these kind of things, because it simplified things. People are subscribing to the same things. But it can be also, which is in the other decks, just like sense of unity. So you might not physically belong to something. So for example, I don't belong physically to something, but I belong to this big spiritual community, and I'm belonging to you guys over here. So there is like this sense of I can contribute, right? And this is contributing in spite of somebody who actually maybe is not encouraging of us. We are going to be standing really strong. This is also Taurus energy, so I don't know if you guys dealing with Taurus. But then we have this 3 of Cups and 7 of Swords. It's going to be a huge attraction, guys, this week. It could be with Taurus. Be very careful, because it's going to be enormous physical attraction. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, I just like want to be hugged and touched by this person, right? And at the same time, we will be like magnet. We will be attracting people like a magnet. Come on, like 3 of Cups is like that lovely energy. Who was it? Pisces that had it. It's kind of like really reading my energy, being the cusp over here. It's kind of like I'm like this. I have like 1 cup of coffee, and I'm going to share it with you or give it to you, and it's going to be just like that. But at the same time, not foolish, and releasing ourselves from any negative energy, from anything that is holding us down. I really feel giving this that maybe this is kind of like, it was some kind of like rigid energy. Maybe we had something rigid inside of us that was going on. Maybe it was a recent turbulence. I guess my Aquarians over here will tell me, and we are waking up. No more, no more, no more kind of claiming ourselves like we are this cheery, light, fluffy, you know. That's why people don't take us seriously. They don't understand that our basic veneer is not what we are inside. But here is like showing that we will actually show both. We will show this like inner strength, and we will also show this lightness of being and kind of like interaction with others. And Seven of Swords means, look, I am not harming you. I am just kind of like leaving certain things behind. So it's kind of like really good. So let me see. Oh, there you go, Tori. You are sending us your vibes over here. So let me see. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. We have here vision. And that's this like soul and sight and future over here. And that's exactly like, I mean, which sign, like, I mean, pop question, which sign is usually assigned as kind of like keyword? Of course, Aquarian. And it really clearly shows, maybe this simply means that we are setting new rules. I can speak for me, how this relates to me. Generally, my readings for some reason don't even resonate with me. And not any other reader, and that's kind of like horrible. Really, that my favorite pastime, I just cannot get it from somebody else. But I guess I can throw my own reading, and that's how I get my tarot fix. So I know that last week I was just like really pushing myself to do my work. It was a little bit of a down week for me. That's why I didn't do monthlies. Just kind of like stop and kind of like don't like to have that kind of like forced readings, right? Just because they're due. And yet now my part of the me that is Virgo in me is saying, okay, well, you know, you cannot be lazy. I actually hate to be lazy. I hate to procrastinate, to be honest with you. And I also hate to cut corners. So this is really saying, okay, so you figure out where you're going. You get energized. You feel light about that. You feel in sync and tune in, and don't kind of like stray off the path. Because I also started with my diet, and diet 3 times knocking on a wood or on my head. It's so far doing okay. I'm doing not much of a diet per se. It's kind of like just Ayurvedic new principles. So I eat around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, a huge meal, and that's kind of like really working for me. I'm eating particular food as kind of like displayed in this book. So I don't know, like, I mean, I'm just giving you my example, and you know how much I hate talking about me. I like to give you enough that you know that I'm a real person, besides just like seeing my arms moving. So hopefully I'm going to lose enough weight so you can soon see me. And that's kind of like my vanity. Oh my gosh, I'm fat. I'm not going on camera. But it is what it is, you know. But maybe you guys have something like it, where, you know, you're waking up from this kind of dream, that kind of like Cinderella, and now you're seeing things differently, and you want to kind of like go forward with that new energy. So that's here, and we are opening forum again. We have fire, and we have earth. Who is next? Who is next? Been 5 months since I hugged and kissed everyone, so bring it. Look at that. I like that attitude. That's nice. And it's, don't choose anybody, right? John, are you earth sign? I'm picking up on an earth sign from you. I'm trying to get out of procrastinating on writing my journey story. That's lovely, Tori. So I use something that is called Kanban Flow. It's a website. It's a free website, and you can literally give yourself assignment. I sort of like create myself like 3 or 4 things that I want to accomplish in a day, and it keeps moving me forward, and then I'm really happy in the 7 days how much it was accomplished. So that's maybe what you can do, like 1 paragraph, 3 paragraphs, 1 page, and all of a sudden things start to happen. So let me see. Earth, fire, 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 fire. Oh my gosh, is this like 50-50 now? Let me just see. Fire, earth, earth, fire, earth, fire. fire, earth, fire, earth, earth. I guess earth. I guess earth. Barely. I can't believe it that earth won over fire. But okay, Sagittarians and fire, let's be patient. Let's do earth. So earth. Because usually fire is really quick. Usually they really kind of like go really fast, and that's why I'm kind of like pushing earth forward. So I don't want earth always to be last. Okay, so, and hopefully fire will understand. They're very generous, so I get it. So earth. Let's see what is for earth. October 27 to November 2nd. Earth. What's going on for earth? You have the moon reversed. What's going on for earth? Every category, every element had major arcanas, and look at here, it came reversed. So isn't this like typical for Halloween? I think some of you will really dress up. I don't know, for some reason it kind of like gave me this Halloween, probably because of the witch flying over here. But can you see here, the kitty over here is seeing a much bigger kitty. Now this is really interesting because cats, and I don't know if you know, I think there are only 4 animals, cats not being one of them, who can recognize themselves in water and mirror kind of like surfaces. I think that would be monkeys, of course, right? Dolphins, elephants. I cannot think of the 4th one, right? So cat is seeing here, as you can see, a panther. She's seeing Matrix over here. So Matrix is seeing a panther. So that can be kind of like scary. It's like somebody maybe attacking, right? You know how animals are always talking about their whole positioning is like, well, I'm attacking smaller than me, like very, very brave, right? So they're always kind of like into that. So here is like that interest in what's going on. The moon sign, the moon card really talks about now things will be, and plus another thing that I see here, this little kitty is intrigued, and I don't know if you can see it here, but the big jaguar has the mouth open. It's almost like roaring or in attack mode. So I really think earth, this is actually, moon card is good when it reverses. So for those of you who don't like reversals, because the moon means that you're not going to be imagining things, you're not going to be going through things, but you're actually going to start receiving some kind of like visions and clarity and answers. Maybe you're asking of somebody to commit. Maybe you were wishy-washy about commitment. It kind of like sounds to me, especially because there's like 2 of Pentacles, that maybe you're dealing with somebody who is always, when you think it's in, then it's out. It's kind of well, you can see the balance. Somebody is achieving a complete balance over here, but look at this, like somebody is going to completely remove that balance any given moment. So the strength card obviously talks about understanding and knowing that you can deal with those changes, that you can deal with issues. Maybe there was jealousy, maybe you were feeling that there's somebody who's dating somebody else. If there is nobody on the horizon, you're going to clearly kind of like make a decision that you don't have to make quick kind of choices of partners. For example, sometimes we choose a partner, we want to make it work, especially if you're women, and partner is showing all these kind of like things that should be like a big red flags, right? So we are going to know, you guys are going to know this time around, that you're very strong and that you don't have to put up with any crap or anything. So that strength is the card that talks about inside. So you're kind of like reaching clarity about who you are, where you want to go, what you want to do, who stays, who goes. Okay, so let's see the individual things. So yes, Sandy, did I yeah, it's without the space, cattarot.ca/annual. You also have to type, I think, HTTP, and the reason for that is like YouTube is not allowing things to be done differently. Okay, so by the way, I'm getting email from Ladi sending us all good vibes. So let's start here. Who do we start with first? Virgo. Because it was your birthday, because you're now going to be last or penultimate now, because it's starting with Scorpio. Let's do you first here. 7 of Wands, the Hanged Man, and Ace of Swords. Isn't this lovely? Ace of Swords. 7 of Wands is understanding yourself, Virgo. 7 of Wands to me is always about maybe feeling attacked, or feeling that you're a little bit different from the people who surround you, that you were fighting for something for so long and so hard, and now you're feeling that somebody just like easily wants to kind of like take this away from you, and you're saying, no, I don't think so. I got here with my hard sweat and hard labor. I am standing, and I am kind of like I'm fighting for this. At the same time, if it is a relationship matter that you're dealing, you might be very defensive. You might feel exposed, or somebody might feel very defensive. Some sacrifices would need to be made in the situation. The Hanged Man is really always talking about that we are putting ourselves in a position where we are willing to kind of like see things from a different standpoint, and this is kind of like resonating over here with the Moon card. It is also kind of like Earth. The Hanged Man belongs to Earth, so it's going to be maybe that essence of what I need to do in order to move forward. It's almost like going to be a period of a few days that you're not going to even move. That Hanged Man is kind of like where you don't really interact with people, and I think that kind of like does work with your nature. There is like a huge sense of moving forward in a new direction over here. It could be somebody from the past. It could be issues from the past that are still kind of like very vivid in your head. Maybe it was like something in the past that has been confusing. But Ace of Swords is like the karma card. It says, no, actually you are cutting through some stuff. Certain things you got caught in a routine, in kind of like doing things, and now it is the time to do it. So let me see what was that is addressing, and it's going to be literally just like that. Ace of Swords, you're getting a visit. Are you expecting a visit from someone? Why is the visit? You are going to go somewhere, guys. So anyway, it's not going to be in your home. It's going to be something that will be happening that you know is going to be a sense of victory. It could be about coming together with someone, discussing something with someone, and maybe you have done some certain, let's call them, as I said, sacrifices. Maybe you have done some concessions, and you're doing that in a very kind of a proper way, Virgo. You're not kind of like doing, well, you know what, I'm doing this forever. No, you kind of like want to see some kind of like results out of it. As I said, the Strength card also dominating here is really meaning that you are actually expecting a certain kind of like outcome in a situation. Maybe you're expecting somebody to call you. This visit card is definitely a communication card, and Ace of Swords is a communication card. There will be some kind of like activity on that end. So let me see your angel card. It is kind of confusing, Hermit Tarot. Yes, maybe this is what's going to give us. Whoa, this is just adding to the confusion. Beauty. Why is the beauty here? I honestly don't know what this has to do. I'm pretty sure spirits, they know what the hell they're talking about, but this is kind of like the board game. Spontaneity. Well, I I am wondering if this is talking about removing rigidness, right? Because there is like this Two of Pentacles, and Two of Pentacles does belong to your sign, which does talk about continuously kind of like things being in balance and more or less being out of balance, and things being able to come your way that kind of like take you out of this path. Now, this is like saying maybe you need to kind of like loosen up a little bit, right? And maybe this is like saying kind of like go and visit friends, visit family. And even if, you know, you had this kind of issues that you're kind of like being pushed against the wall, that, you know, you still kind of like are going through this process, because that process is going to actually start getting you somewhere. With the Ace of Swords, it's like kind of like feeling that you're moving in this new direction, something is going on, and all of a sudden at the end of the week you're going to realize that certain things are actually different, even though while you're doing through that, right, Matrix, right? I don't know if you heard that. Even though while you're doing this, it kind of like really felt confusing. So it is a confusing energy. I love you, sweetie. You know, Matrix is coming over here, Halloween special. So, who is next? Okay, Temperance, thank you very much for being here. So let's see next. Taurus. Taurus. We had somebody giving me all this Taurus icon, and no, not. Let's not go 25 cards. Let's go less. Taurus. 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 It's going to be really interesting for Virgo, and I really hope Virgos actually come back and tell me what it was, because honestly I rarely get confused. I know these cards in and out, but there's like, almost looks like somebody's throwing me clues, and I need to get like 20 more clues before I can even kind of like get to something. So it's going to be a big development. Taurus. 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 Yes. Huh? What? He's like on his rear 2 feet and leaning on the arm of a chair and poking me over here on the left. Taurus. Taurus. You're Taurus, aren't you? That's what it's all about. Yes, yes, you are. There you go. So you have Taurus the cat, and there you go. I guess. You see, now I'm getting lots of answers. You're getting the Lovers, but you're getting the Tower. So Taurus, what's going to be happening? You're going to be maybe establishing a new path, how the relationship has to work. Because the Lovers, look at this, isn't this lovely unity of people and energy, and even with the kitty cats. But then off you go. It kind of like, it sounds to me that certain things need to happen that they're completely. Come on, sweetie, I'm doing this reading now. It almost like sounds to me that it's going to be rebalancing things. I really hope that something is not going to come up that can be disturbing. We are going to see the rest of the cards. Now you have Page of Wands reversed. You have Ace of Cups. And why I'm doing these cards? I should be doing the other cards, but I guess I have to stick with this now. King of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. This is you guys. That is Taurus. Look at this big bull over here. Nine of Swords and Nine of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, like what is going on with Earth? I'm so confused over here. So we have Earth over here. It almost looks like you guys are very guarded. You are going through the stage of possibly could be financial issues. Not necessarily that you don't have the money, but sort of like, oh my God, I'm doing something, maybe realizing that you were splurging, that, you know, maybe it was a relationship that kind of like got you involved, and now you're realizing you need to kind of like put your budget in order, getting very guarded about that. And at the same time, you want to continue with this relationship, like whatever it is, like you're going to have some difficulties over here, but you'll be kind of like jumping back on your feet over here. And I don't know, is this a chocolate cake? Oh my God, I would like to eat some chocolate cake right now for breakfast. Look at that. Isn't this like decadent? Chocolate cake and wine. And then you have a doggy. I guess he's just missing a cat over here. He has his. Oh my gosh, this is how guys you're going to feel. But you almost looks like you want to kind of go through situations where you're feeling this is kind of very earth. I'm really picking up like strong earth, and yet you kind of like are very intrigued with some kind of like air energy. It could be Gemini that you have around you, it could be another water sign that you have around you, it could be Leo or Pisces, and you're kind of like feeling these energies. You're very intrigued, you really want to go, but it's like not exact fit. It's almost like you bought a shoe that is a little bit small and it's tight, and you know they don't have a bigger one, so you're wondering, should I go to, you know, like, I mean, somebody to kind of like stretch this shoe, or how do I go about it? It's kind of like you're really wondering about somebody opening that energy, closing that energy, opening and closing that energy. It's going to be a very nervous week, but it almost like sounds like that for some of you, high matrix, with some of you, that's going to be a completely brand new experience. For the others, you might be meeting somebody who will be the right one, and this person is not going to let you in their world as easy, and you might feel frustrated about that. You might feel like what's going on, but this person is like really somebody who really knows. It would be a really good fit. It could be as well another Taurus over here, right, Matrix? That's you. So it's going to be somebody protective. For example, let's take Matrix example. Safi is always that flying energy, and she always comes and pokes him. He sleeps, no, like there's nobody. She comes and pokes him, gets him out of his spot, right? And then he is kind of like deciding, do I react to it or do I just continue sleeping? And sometimes he engages in a game, sometimes he's not, because I'm seeing here it's going to be lots of nervous energy over here. So I think you have an ace, so I have to grab this as well. So why is this Ace of Cups here? Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. We have Widower, we have money, and money again. So yeah, just as I was saying, it could, Widower really talks about things from the past, kind of like fading away, right? Because you have to kind of like put it in perspective. There is like somebody who experienced loss and confusion and going through this kind of like really foggy period of time, but now they're able to put their clothes and face basically things. So, and you guys are really going to be a very financial oriented week. What you're doing with your money, how you are basically distributing your money, who is worthy of you spending money. You're going to be panicky that you're overspending. So that's kind of like going to be the flavor of the week. And who I didn't do, Capricorn. Let me just have a sip. I see matrices, and I don't know if you saw, I usually use Safi and Matrix for my weekly icons over here. So let's see. So Capricorn. The small deck that they're using to clarify, I think it's called Gypsy Lenormand. I bought it on eBay. It's a very bad quality. This is not even plasticized. This is paper, but it's very cheap. I mean, I have a few of those decks. I don't know if you can see it. They kind of like break like crazy. And it's kind of cute. It's 32 cards. I guess this is always that has this in the background. So Gypsy Lenormand, something like that. If you look on eBay, you'll find it. So Capricorn. Oh, angel card. Thank you. See, Sandy. And the angel card is this. Acceptance. And this is kind of like nice. She has an archway over here that she's going through. And the first card was Lovers. Maybe you're simply realizing that you're expecting too much from someone, that, you know, we have to take people as they are. Like, there is like a huge committal energy, guys, that is coming with you, and it's making you very nervous. Kind of like decisions that need to be made, but it's also about money. It's also about how you position your life, how you identify yourself. So acceptance is like sort of like, okay, maybe you're with somebody who is a big spender. Maybe this is kind of like what bothers you. So you need to kind of like and you're guys very pragmatic, right? Your Earth, you need to realize, okay, I'm accepting it or leaving it, but I think you're going to accept it. It's even going to drive you nuts. It's still going to drive you insane, but it's going to be much easier. You kind of like have to make that decision in your head how to move forward. Okay, so let's see. Now I want to do the Capricorn. Hermit Tarot, send me an email. I'll try to find that in my eBay purchases and send you a link. Capricorn, Queen of Wands. You're getting a really good card. And look at that. Like, you're not getting Capricorn. What? That's it? One card for Capricorn? Okay. And this one was to come out. So we have Queen of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Fool. This is actually extremely lovely energy, Capricorn. Queen of Wands, and look at her. She just looks like a shell, like spreading your wings, feeling energized. You might be meeting somebody. You might be getting away from a situation. You might just simply decide today is this new day, you know, not tomorrow is another day. Today is this new day, and I'm moving in this new direction. This Fool card is like the card of trust. And it is a self-trust. You're feeling like, hey, I can do anything. I was just like giving myself all these kind of like limitations. You know, like that story about American Dream. I trust and I'm going there and it's going to get better. I can do it. You guys are very energized. So I'm not confused here at all on this reading. It's going to be a mover and shaker. Only thing is like you're not going to feel like that earth energy right here. And it just moved. You're going to feel very, wait a minute, you're going to feel very airy, very energized, very light. It's going to be much higher energy than basically it is. Look at all these 11-11s. It's 12-11 over here. So let me see. What is the card vision? We get this vision coming through quite a bit. So it looks like it's kind of like this push forward, and absolutely it's completely new process for you, and it's completely kind of like a new phase for all earth signs, even though it looks like that Taurus and Virgo are still pushing through it. Oh, I have to push it through. You guys are already pushing through. You're really moving forward and almost like, you know, guiding that and in a really good direction. And look, it's 1:11 on what is basically time right now for this live reading. We spent 1 hour and 11 minutes so far. So let's do this. 12-12. Yes, it's 12-12 here as well. So let's not mix the cards. I always like to shuffle them when they put them in, so they don't come together. So fire guys, how many fire people I have over here? Who's fire guys? Tell me, fires. Speak up, send me the energy, think about fire, so we can kind of like include your energy in this as well. So, and let's shuffle this one in. Fire, 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 fire. Okay. Fire, fire, fire. Barbie, I love this. Yes, we are going into Halloween. And it's amazing that everybody's ignoring. Everybody's already advertising Christmas. I love Halloween. It's so nice. It's amazing going, and that's something I miss, going to, in the morning to work, and you're seeing all these people in the costumes on the subway. It's absolutely fun. Okay, fire. Oh my gosh, I guess fire it is. You're getting Ace of Cups. We are getting the Star. We are getting Queen of Pentacles. We're getting Four of Cups. Well, You cannot have it all, guys. It has to be a little bit of stuff going on. 10 of Wands and the Strength. So this is the same energy, the Strength and the Star. It is kind of like about understanding yourself. With the Star, it's added with understanding of the others. Again, you might be meeting somebody, guys. So Queen of Pentacles could also be your own energy, trying to organize things at home. When you kind of like attempt this, you're going to realize, oh my God, there are so many more things I need to do, and just getting like lethargic and getting tired of things that actually need to be done. So it could be kind of like a little bit of obsessive compulsive energy that I see over here. I'm hoping to kind of like put this camera down over here. So it's going to be absolutely lovely energy, guys. Let me see. 18, 22, 23, 40. So it's going to be also very organizing energy. It's going to be kind of like, what do I need in my life? What else I need to kind of create in my life? In which direction I really want to go? And you're going to, I love Queen of Pentacles, and it doesn't matter in which element she kind of like appears. She's always talking about, she's resourceful. I mean, I identify with Queen of Pentacles a lot. So you guys might also have another fire or another air or even water that I see over here in your environment that is going to kind of like affect your energy. Queen of Pentacles is the one who says, okay, I need to make curtains. I really want silk curtains, but I don't want to spend $1,000 on it, right? So she goes, and I don't know, to Goodwill, whatever you guys call it, right? And she finds this material and she saws it herself, and she has like these beautiful curtains that call her like a fraction of the price, right? It's just like somebody who's willing to kind of like take this extra step and kind of like do most of the stuff herself. So that's kind of like a very motherly energy as well. But 10 of Wands kind of like worries me here, because we are talking about possibly about some secrets, possibly about some kind of like hardship. So you might be going through some kind of like inner questioning of yourself, but in a good way. This is not going to be, oh, let me sit and cry. No, it's going to be, well, I'm not going to tolerate certain things, and I'm stronger than this. Or maybe you're going to find yourself in a dead end street, and you're going to kind of like get yourself out. So let me see this Ace of Cups. What Ace of Cups, I guess, guys, if you haven't been dating, it looks like, let me just see this. You haven't been dating and you have Melody. It looks like some of you have been depressed. Some of you have been dealing with issues possibly about some past relationship. This is really telling me that healing is taking place, that you're opening yourself to the energy, like you are now free to go and date. You're not going to make errors or repeat the same thing, because kind of like the cycle is complete. Whenever the Star shows up, and she kind of like channels this huge enormous energy, it's kind of like the chakra system that starts to vibrate properly, and we start attracting people, and we start kind of like coming into our own power. So this is kind of like really lovely energy altogether. So let's see, who do I start first? Aries. Let's go with Aries. I usually do them last because they're the first sign for fire, but they don't deserve to be last all the time. Well, you have Ace of Cups repeat, and then you have Three of Swords. And why is this Three of Swords here? Are you guys dealing with a third party over here? And that kind of like could be your energy, and that's kind of like these secrets. Maybe, you know, you're in a relationship with somebody, you want this to go to the next level, and maybe they are playing the field. I just want to get one more card here. Why is this Three of Swords? You're the only person who is going to get Three of Swords today. And the Devil. I know what this is. Some of you guys, hello Aries, you're doing booty calls. You're doing friends with benefits situation. You're hoping for the best, but it is kind of like the worst that is happening. Hello Denise. But the Devil card is saying like you almost like you're pushed in a direction that is wrong. Keep in mind that can be as simple as overindulging on food, but Three of Swords generally talks about rejections. And now I also have the Devil. I have a feeling it could be appearance of the past partners, and that could mean to you, but it can also mean to the partner you're with. and luring them. Guess what? Devil is very seductive. It's very difficult to kind of like refuse that energy. Imagine you're in the middle of nowhere, like walking through the field, and you're finding the suitcase, and you're thinking, ugh, it's dirty, I'm not going to touch that thing. And then the wind blows and opens up the lid, and you're seeing money in it, millions of dollars. So what do? Are you tempted to keep it? Kind of a thing, right? The devil is like that gorgeous man or gorgeous woman you like, and hey, they like you too, and you're spending this very sensual things that you're kind of like screaming love, 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 but they're saying sex, 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 kind of a thing. So be very careful about somebody that you consider a red flag. You might just like simply drive through the stop sign, Aries. Well, hello, you cannot tell Aries anything. They do whatever they want, right? So just, that's all I'm saying, obedience. And maybe that's what basically makes you kind of like, did I not say you just drive through the red stop sign? It's saying do not do that. Stop at the red sign. I can't believe it. I took this card out, and what you're hearing in the background, it's can you hear that? That's Safi again poking on my Taurus matrix. So guys, you know what? If you see red flags, if you see that there are like certain things that are weird, ask questions. Don't start obsessing. Don't say, oh, here we go again, I'm in the same situation again. Don't put this blame on you. Understand that people are people. People are going to do whatever they want to do. You cannot control them, but you can control you. You can kind of have the strength, and the strength also is asking them questions, asking them, what is this all about? And you were supposed to call me and you didn't call me, or you're doing the Google research on somebody and you see them with another woman, like, who is this, right? So it's going to be kind of like a question of really not going down to these lowly instincts, but rather kind of like understanding that in order to move forward and be healed and go in a better direction, because look at the kid is even looking at the fish but not eating it, even though I have to say this fish does look like dead fish over here, and maybe that's what it means, kind of like it's going to be healed. So Aries, just simply don't lull yourself that everything will be fine, because this energy can really sap into your energy. So you really need to kind of like play back, or play upon your own strengths. The Devil card can simply mean Capricorn energy. That is like Capricorn, you have Aquarius, you have Leo, possibly coming kind of like your way. So be very careful, because these signs in particular, I need to clarify, this Ace of Cups could be very, very seductive. And why is this Ace of Cups here for Aries? Where is this Ace of Cups? Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. There you go. You see, a lover. It is somebody who will feel right, who will feel amazing. You know, the devil energy is like not a person shows up and kind of says, oh babe, no, it's not some kind of like oath. This is somebody sexy. This is somebody with a nice, beautiful smile. Somebody charismatic. Somebody you just cannot resist, right? It's kind of like after you have a glass of wine, you know this should be kind of it. You don't kind of like go for a second one. But you go for a second one because you're still not drunk, right? And it's always kind of like the delayed kind of like information that we get. And then by the time you have a second one, you're like severely tipsy. You need to call a taxi to drive you home. So this is saying stop, knowing that certain things can kind of like happen. Rome is not built in a day, and just let them stretch this time of doing things to kind of like have this immense clarity. So Leo. This one wants to come out. Justice. Lovely. You're getting Karma card, Leo, and of course the Strength card is your card as well that we are showing here. Leo. So what we have here is Justice and Strength again, and Nine of Wands. Leos, you're going to have fabulous week. It is about, you see, you have a 9 wands. You actually are going to acknowledge that certain things are happening, and you're going to say, okay, I need to take a step back. I need to see what has been done over here. It's almost like somebody's telling you, I'm doing something. I am kind of like putting all this effort, and going to say, okay, well, let's see that. And you're kind of like looking and reviewing this. The Justice and the Strength card together are a really lovely combination. So this is really talking about things coming in balance. You have resolved a little part of your karmic kind of path, your karma reading. So I don't know, guys, get my karma reading. This is really helpful. It kind of shifts and changes each time you resolve it. You're resolving it right now. And feeling, again, coming into yourself. This is your card coming through. Interestingly, we didn't have the Sun card today for anybody. But you have like this 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands talks about winning in spite of struggles, winning in spite of everything and everybody. It's kind of like giving you this understanding that you are stronger. This is also connecting to me with strength, because you need strength to persist. It's a persistence kind of a thing that I'm seeing here. This is actually absolutely lovely combination that you guys have. You're going to feel really good on top of the world, that you can conquer anything. And efficiency is a good word to summarize. This is not really anything really exciting, but it's kind of like doing laundry and not wasting your energy, preserving your energy. It's just like, do not do things the wrong way. This is not the best way to carry all this like once. You're going to break down, going to trip, going to damage yourself. So it's kind of like understanding that there is a better way of doing things and kind of like choosing that better way. I almost sound as commercial. Was there a better way? Was definitely somebody's slogan for sure. So. And we are coming to the very last one, which would be, which one am I missing? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And Sandy, you get ready. You'll have to very soon tell me who you assigned to win. So let's see. Sagittarius. Oh my gosh, you're getting a whole bunch of cards. Sagittarians, you're having 5 of Pentacles, the Wheel, and 5 of Wands. So there is like this energy of instability. Mind you, the Wheel is your card. This Wheel is ruled by Jupiter, which is your planet. And it looks something that can be pulled in all directions. It is upright, so it is good. But then you have like this 5 of Pentacles and 5 of Wands. There's going to be a lots of positioning, a lots of like, you did this to me. You're going to feel slighted. You're going to feel 5 of Pentacles is like the ultimate card, being left out in a cold. You can see her shivering over here, right? But at the same time, she has the crown. She kind of like says, okay, you know what? I've been through that. I will go forward. Things will actually move forward. And then there's like this 5 of Wands, which is also positioning. They are right now reaching some kind of like sense of impasse. Maybe in your private relationships, you are like feeling that you want to move forward, but you're tapping in a spot and you're continuously pushed back. And there is a reason for that. You guys, as I said, look at this huge energy of this kind of like 8 over here. And here you have like this energy of some stuff from the past being resolved. Like whether or not you know it, because we kind of like don't sit in the morning and say, okay, what from the past will I resolve today? It's not kind of like how it works. But this is literally what is happening for you. There is like this big cycle of karma that is basically happening, and you're getting this wheel. You're getting this ability to actually go in a new karmic cycle. So you might feel instability, or you may have felt unstable for a period of time, and now you're realizing there is kind of like a need to change and kind of like apply completely new direction. So you need to trust. You need to, and you guys actually is one of those signs, or maybe the only sign that literally does it. You kind of like, maybe you have only kind of like $2 in your pocket, but you know where you want to go, and where you want to go costs $2. You're going to put it all. You're not going to try to stretch yourself thin, right? But if you don't get it, then you get a little bit depressed. If you do get it, then it's great. And usually because Jupiter is your planet, you kind of like end up being protected, you know, and it's kind of like the luck is with the brave ones, and you are the brave one. So let me see. Your angel card is expectancy. Again, it could be a Queen of Pentacles is also a mother, and actually we see that over here. I don't know if you can see it in this card. Look at how lovely. We see a mother and a whole bunch of kittens. So again, somebody might be getting pregnant, but expectancy to me is clearly, I think you had false expectations of something. And the moment when you realize that your expectations are maybe not matching what can be done, or that you're expecting from a dog to meow, that's expecting impossible, that you're going to keep failing. And maybe you're expecting, for example, a commitment from somebody who is not able to commit. Maybe you're expecting somebody to stop drinking who is continuing to do that. So you'll start realizing, I'm just making myself sick, I'm making myself tired. I either have to accept this person and trust myself that I'm strong enough, I can get through it, I can do it no matter what happens. I'm going to pick myself from the floor. I am not betting against them. I'm getting for me, and this is what is important. And you're going to kind of like set this kind of like proper direction and kind of like move forward. So it is kind of like really, 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 really lovely. So who is the winner? Michelle Weston. Wow. I think is she a moderator? No, I don't think she's a moderator. No, she isn't. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Michelle, just put your email over here so we know. And you will need to fill the form, right? It's in the description, but I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it here. And yeah, Safi was all over the place. She kind of like prays through this. Like, I mean, that's what I do. I kind of like every few hours when I get up and get a water or something, I try to find them, and then I hug them and I kiss them. So I guess they do the same thing. So congrats, Sandy. Congrats, Michelle. Both of you, please send me your form. Just select contest over there. Michelle, did you give me your... Oh, you're just putting a makeup, but you need to put your email over here so we can see it. So let people know this is somebody real, somebody true. And for everybody else, guys, we are entering November. I really wish everybody has a wonderful Halloween. Thank you, everyone, for being here. You know that I love you, and I'm just like waiting for Michelle to just like type in her email, and then I can put music for you and we can start our weekend. So Michelle. And guys, don't forget, put your thumbs up, just like like it. That kind of like is highly appreciated. And thank you so much for being here. I love the energy that I get, and this is just such an amazing way to have my coffee in the morning. I am still not seeing emails, even though I know Michelle's email, but I would like to see it here. So Michelle, I don't care about makeup. There we go. Off you go. So oh, you're a Canadian. Lovely. Nice. Okay, Michelle, just don't remember to fill the form, and I can hear from you. Just choose one area: love, career, home, family, and I'm going to send it to you within a week approximately. Thank you, Sandy, so much for being here. Sandy, don't forget to fill your form as well. And I guys wish you all wonderful week. It's going to be a fun week from what I see over here, and we all have kind of like stuff to do, but I think it's going to be very, very, very nice. So yes, Sandy, you have missed Earth. We just... Is that Earth? No, the Earth was just before that. So it's going to be uploading right now, and replay is going to be on very soon. So please, mods, come back and stamp it, and everybody else is welcome to stamp it. Thank you guys so much. Oh, CB Hill, you're here as well. Didn't see you before. Nice to see you guys. Love you, love you, love you. And here is the music. Where is the music? Let's find something here. Let's do this. And I hope everybody having amazing week. Love you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody. See you next week. Love you.